Hello again everybody, and welcome back to our Back to Basics. I've completely lost what day we're on. I don't know, but I hope you do, and I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're playing along, because at the end of it I do think we are going to end up with quite a pretty little journal. So let's just have a look and see what I've done. I think I've finished all the tags, I'm not sure, but I hope so. So those are the two tags that we did in that front page, which is looking really nice. Then we have a blank page here. More on that. I think actually I'm not going to do anything on that. I really like the way that being plain makes this stand out all the more. So I might just put some stenciling on there and leave it for journaling. This page, I did actually titivate the journaling card with some bits out of the papers that I had. It's just made it so pretty. And the actual corner tuck itself, I took one of the little tags I had in the pack, but you could take any paper and make it into that shape. And I just put the ribbon in the top and a gold bow and stuck it onto there. And I really like that. It's lifted that up quite a lot, I think. Then on the back of here, this is the journaling card and the tummy tuck, and I just stuck one of the things from the kit down onto there. It had a bird's nest on it that didn't look quite right, so I've stuck that over it and I like it now. Then we've got the deer and the elk and the moose, etc., and a blank page, which I think we'll be working on today. Then we've got this envelope. It's got a journaling card inside. It's got a big tag at the back. Some squared paper for journaling, a floating pocket. I think you watched me put the journaling tag in that journaling card. It's really pretty. Then the centre spread with the two journaling cards, big journaling cards down each side. This one with the corner flip with some journaling. And I did the same thing that I did with the other card. I just added some bits out of the kit. I think it's pretty, and I think it's lifted it up a little bit from where it was. So then we've got more squared paper for journaling on, a blank page. This has got our floating pocket on, which I'm actually going to take off the top. And I'm going to put it onto the side. It seems to stay better on the side. Like that. Our seal page, moose page, the side pocket, and this is the journaling card for it. And I've done the same thing with that as well, just bits out of the kit. I've just added them to that, and I like the effect. Might put some lace down here at some stage, I think it needs it. Then here we've got the other faux envelope. It's got a journaling card inside. It's now got a big tag behind it. With some ribbon on the top. And I just added this from the kit. Joy in every day. And there is. Usually there is something joyful happens. The flower book page and the tummy tuck with the big journaling card. Now this journaling card needs nothing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Look at it. I don't want to put anything else on that. But I might put something else on here. I don't know yet. When we come to the last sort of roundup of what we're doing, I'll see about that and see what happens. And the back page has got nothing on either. So where are we? That one we said we were leaving as blank. So I was going to let's put some stencils on. Let's actually work our way through it, sort of finishing off bits as we go. Save us time later on. Okay, where's my stencil gone? Here it is. It's see-through, so it's hard to see. So just as we did before, just lightly go through our stencil, add a bit of interest to the page, but not so dark that you won't be able to journal on it, because we've left it plain to be journaled on. That's lovely, and then maybe just a little bit darker down here. Yeah, there we are. That's it. I mean, you know, doesn't take 5 minutes. It genuinely doesn't take 5 minutes. Let's pop that back in there, otherwise I'll forget where it goes. You know what I'm like. So that one goes in there, and this one that we decoupaged with a butterfly goes there. That's probably my favourite page. I like that. Yeah, so now we've got some stenciling on there, and it makes this look even better actually. It's really nice, that spread. Here, yeah, that's finished. That's finished. The book page. So let's think about this page. Now I thought what might be nice would be a little book, a tiny little sort of journal book that we could add into there. So I have taken some measurements and I've cut this piece of card from the paper pack. So it's sort of 3/4 of an inch shorter, top and bottom, and I want it to fold over like that. Now, don't need to back this with anything because it's double-sided. My design pages are double-sided. So I'm just going to square that up there. And here to make the cover for our little book. Well, it's quite a large book, isn't it? I just didn't want to cut that off. It just looked so nice. There we are. Now, the next thing that I did was, this is the squared paper that I've been using throughout to back things. So I took 4 double sheets out of it. These are double. And I recreased the centre because the centre was really not square. I've shown you that before. And I'm just going to put these one inside the other. And these are going to be book pages in our little journal. And they are, as they stand at the moment, miles too big, but we'll cut them down. Right, so there we are. Oh dear, Bobby's missing his dad. His dad's gone shopping, grocery shopping, and Bobby's missing him. So I want them in a little bit. If I place that square down there, level with the edge, that's where it comes to. But I don't want the pages coming exactly to the edge of that. So I'm just going to move that back a little bit off the page and just put a mark there where I want them to be. So let's cut those first with my little Timmy trimmer. Like that. Oh, Timmy doesn't want to cut so many. You shouldn't really do that to your Timmy trimmer. To be honest, you shouldn't. But I did. So they should be our pages, yeah. So this, the same thing. I don't want it to be the complete height of the cover, so I'm going to put the cover over the height of the page and make a little mark less than the height of this, and cut that off. So he's probably going to have the same performance this time because he doesn't like it. There we go. So let's just try these in here for size and see what happens. They look good. So when I open that, they're just a little bit smaller all the way around in the cover, which is really excellent. That's what we wanted. So let's just check that fits on our page. Yes, it's going to look lovely. Fabulous. So we need some method of actually joining this into here. Now, if you've got a sewing machine and you're confident and comfortable using it for such things, then just open it up in the center like that. Make sure it is right in the center. Clip it down and sew it with your machine all the way down. I do have a sewing machine, and that might well be the way I would make this. But there are other ways. There are other ways to do it. And we're going to learn about a thing called 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Now, the main reason I want to do this booklet is because I want to introduce you to 3-hole pamphlet stitch, because it's actually what we're going to be using to sew our journal into our cover when we get to that stage. So I'll just get all my things assembled and I'll see. Well, hello everybody. This is a bit odd. My video decided my video decided to pack up just as I was about to show you how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So this is a sort of add-on on how to bind our little notebook here. So we've got all our papers, we've got the cover. So what you do is you find the center of your little booklet, which is, let's find it, here it is. Now then, make sure that you push that right up to the, really tight up there, so it's right into that V, and then you get your booklet and you get your cover, and make sure that you've got the same amount top and bottom. So you've made this so as the cover is just slightly larger than your squared paper that's going inside, or whatever you're using inside, like that, exactly like that. And then I use a piece of yoga mat that I got from a charity shop and cut it down. Just make sure that you're not using your pokey tool to go through here onto something like your best dining room table or any surface that you don't want to mark. A lot of people just use an old book, and that's fine too. I just have this and I use it. So so once again, push those in as tightly as you can, and then get your pokey tool, and you can measure this if you want to, if you don't feel confident by eye, and find the center and hold that on there, and then push this back down over it and push your pokey tool out like that. Okay, so that's the center hole made. Now the one at the bottom, you can bring it up. I generally bring mine up about 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches, make a mark, then take your pokey tool, hold it up again, fold that forward and push through. So we've got 2 holes now. And then again at the top, make sure it's really pressed in. Put your pokey tool where you want the hole to be, fold this over and push through. And you'll see your pokey tool coming out like that. Right, so that's the holes done. That's usually the trickiest bit. So this is a needle and thread, and I use crochet cotton, but you could use embroidery floss, twine, hemp, any wax thread, anything you've got that's suitable. Now I've let loose on the centre and I don't know where it is. Is it there? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to take my thread, and you can do this either way, but for the sake of this, we'll do it this way. I'm going to go from the centre through that hole that we poked out to the outside and pull that through, and just hang on to the end with your thumb like that. Then fold it over again and come in through the bottom hole. And if you hold it close like that, it will find its own way through all of those layers. So pull that tight, or taut I should say. Then up to the top one, just like that, and then back in through your centre one. And there we have it. That's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It really, honestly, isn't tricky. The only thing is, now we've got this long stitch here and we've got both ends on the same side. So I want one end on the other side. So I'm just going to slip my needle under there. And there we have it. we've got one tail on each side of this long stitch. I can take my needle off now, and just want to make sure they're quite tight, and they're a bit floppy, so I'm just going to tighten them up. See what that's like. That's good. They should make that noise. They should be nice and tight. Excuse me. And then just knot your ends off over the top of that long stitch. I've got way too much stuff here. And then tie yourself a little bow. And that will lie there like that. Cut your long ends off. Just like that. There we have it. Nice and tidy. Job done. Isn't that pretty? And very, very useful. You know, it's a real proper little notebook. So let's find out where that goes in our journal. Oh, here it is. So it slides down into there. Look at that. You've made a book. Well done. So there we have it. That, I think, is probably all that we needed to do today. So join me again very soon, tomorrow probably, and we'll see about finishing this off. Well, we need a cover and all sorts of things. So yeah, I'll see you again very soon. We'll carry on with this. Thanks for watching. Bye.